Welcome back, everybody, to part 3 of ClancyS PlayStation 2 collection. We have went through those two containers back there in part 1 and part 2. If you guys want to watch that, you can go click into my channel and find them. That's up to you, though. I'm not forcing you. You can watch whatever you want. This is part 3, and I'll try to get through as many of these games as possible, and there might be a part 4, I'm not fully sure. Well, let's get started on the next continuation of ClancyS game collection videos. Extra little content I'm making to give you guys something to keep yourselves occupied while I work on and think about and come up with future video ideas. So here we go. Before I get started, I want to show you the Multitap, which is a bit dusty because having used them, it's pretty cool to play multiplayer-based games on the PS2. Kind of a hassle to bring out, but still enjoyable. Some extensions for longer controllers, in case you're far away from the bed. Remember back in the day, I was playing like Metal Gear Solid 3, was sick, had the lights on top of my bed, had to use that thing. Worked perfectly. Let's get started. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid 2, an enjoyable Metal Gear Solid game. Not the best, not my favorite. My favorite's still 3. It is enjoyable. It gets a little too much hate because of the riding stuff, but still enjoyable. Like, you know, he's not as bad as people make him out to be. Here's Devil May Cry 3, Dante's Awakening Special Edition. Hard as hell game. Plays Virgil. I've never beaten it because I got stuck in the tower when you have to fight the double boss at the top. Play all some character story and stuff. Psychonaut, cool action platforming type game with cool characters in a cool world. I went to this back in the day on the original Xbox, like I said. But I got this game from Play and Trade. The thing about this game is really the... Let me get this open. Interesting thing, I got this game actually for free from them because they checked the disc and it was kind of messed up. So like, oh, if it works, not, we'll give it to you for free. And so far I haven't been able to get it to work, but no loss for me really if whether or not I get it or not. Because if I can't get it to work, I bet nothing on it. If I get it to work, I get myself a free awesome game. And now I probably have to buy myself another copy. I want to get that. Psychonauts is awesome. Dark Cloud. Haven't put too much time into this. I do kind of like the series and would like to see another one, even though I've never played the second one. It's kind of a cool, like, dungeon crawling RPG type game. Making your own village type stuff. Pretty cool. Getting into 2 Jak and Daxter games. We got Jak X, Combat Racing, and the original Jak and Daxter. Oops. The original Jak and Daxter was one of the first games I ever got in my collection back in the day. This isn't the original copy. I ended up buying it again because I sold it like a dumb idiot. But it's a cool, awesome, funny, cool world platforming game. I actually remember completing this game 100%, getting all the precursor orbs and everything. It's a fun game, and it gives you a challenge. Jak X, cool, like combat racing type game, being able to blow up your opponents and just be all crazy, being playing as all the cool characters from throughout the series. And if you have save files of the older games, you can pretty much play as the classic Jaks from 1, 2, and 3, and it's pretty cool to see that. Sega Genesis collection. I never owned the Genesis back in the day, but this was a good way of me getting to play a lot of the classic games like Virtua Fighter, Golden Axe, Sonic, even though I have a ton of Sonic stuff, and Shinobi, and like Bonanza Bros, Flicky, Fantasy Star, Vector Man, and a lot of good collection. If you don't have this classic Sega Genesis, it's a good way to get a lot of them. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. I actually did enjoy this one quite a bit. It did kind of get some. There was a lot of people. Some people like 2007 a little bit more. I enjoyed 2007, but I actually like this a little more because I think I don't know about the controls if I'd say they're better or not, but they're kind of here and there. I liked it more because of GMO, because I loved GMO back in the day during SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, 7, and 8. And this one didn't have the stupid glitch from the second game that had you, when you played 2 players, it would reset everything and everything would not work. So, yeah. Still a fun game. It was also the introduction of ECW. You could play like Sabu and Tommy Dreamer. And it was the first game they had CM Punk, and it was the return of Jeff Hardy and everything. Cool game. As far as not wrestling game, the original SmackDown vs. Raw. I think this one was a bit of a downgrade compared to like Here Comes the Pain. It was really cool because the roster was still pretty good. They had some good legends and stuff, and like customization for your characters and everything too. And creating the belt was a cool feature, even though it was kind of, I don't know, it was just like I don't think it was implemented well, or they made it too freaking hard because you had to have a ton of money just to actually even make a good, decent belt. And the story mode was really a big downgrade this season because of adding voice acting. Still enjoyable though. I still enjoy it. Looking back on it, still enjoyable. It's not a horrible game. It's just kind of like a downgrade, kind of like a disappointment in a sense. The original Half-Life, which I have not opened yet, but I intend to, and I got this game a couple of years ago. Surprisingly enough, from Best Buy, like they still had a PS2 section, and there were some games in there that were not priced like this game. And when I went to check how much they were selling it for, it was for $1. I got Half-Life, the original game, for a freaking $1. No! I want to play it because it's a cool first-person shooter adventure type game. I played the second one. I've not beaten it, but I played the second one. I need to play the original. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3. Probably one of my favorite Tony Hawk games. This and 2. Between this 2 and Underground 1. Awesome soundtrack, cool characters, and like levels to play as. You can play as Darth Maul. You can play as like a demon lady. You can play as Kelly Slater. Really, really interesting. Kingdom Hearts 2. Awesome Kingdom Hearts 2. Probably one of my favorites. I still like the original a little bit more, especially in terms of story. I think this one did improve upon a lot of the gameplay aspects, because the original Kingdom Hearts did kind of, like, it was iffy when it came to, controls, but this one, and gameplay features, but this one really improved on it. I do think the story was a little bit better than the second one, but this one's really cool because it has, like, Organization 13, and, like, more Disney worlds to visit, like Lion King and Tron, and Pirates of the Caribbean. So I think it was in that way. And I was so looking forward to this game back in 2006. Every day, in and out, playing Chain of Memories, playing the original, just waiting for this game to come out, listening to Sanctuary over and over again. Final Fantasy XII. A fun Final Fantasy game. A lot of people don't really like it a lot compared. I think it's a downgrade compared to 10, which it is, but it is not. Especially when it comes to this, like the battle system and emphasis on the female, like, aspect of it, and the closed system, which I actually thought were pretty cool because it kind of allowed you to be different class types and allow people to level up on different class types. I thought that was pretty cool. I get the negative stuff about it, but I still enjoy it. Devil May Cry 2. I've also not opened this game. I got this years ago before Circuit City by us closed down. I got, like, all 3 of the original ones for cheap because they had, like, a big sale on all their stuff because they were closing down. There's a lot of negative stuff about this game, but it's still some enjoyable parts, and I do think some people enjoyed this game. I'm looking forward to it. I've played the original, and I've played 3. I've not gotten to playing this one yet. I am looking forward to it, though, for that reason. Splashdown Rise Gone Wild, a cool, arcadey, with some simulation aspects, jet ski game. I never played the original Splashdown, but I rented this back in the day. It was pretty cool for how crazy the worlds are with, like, dinosaurs and pirate ships and everything. And then you could play, like, more realistic courses. And it was pretty cool in terms of music and characters, especially when you can unlock a lot of characters, like a secret agent guy that's kind of like a spoof of, like, 007 and, like, a zombie and whatnot. Cool, fun game. Empty Case. The Bouncer. Back when they were Squaresoft. A cool, like, actiony, arcadey beat-em-up game with RPG qualities. You play, like, 3 main characters, Sion, Volt, and I think Kovu. And basically, depending on who you play as, like, slightly adjusts the story. And also slightly, like, you can level up more people more than once. So if you want to, like, play as one person, specific character the entire time, you can. If you want to go back and forth between trying to level them all up, you can do that too. The multiplayer battle mode, still pretty cool. And let's see how many more I can get through before I finish this part, because I'm going to do a part 4. Okay, I'll start over here. Final Fantasy X. Classic game. Probably one of the first games I got on my PS2. And I love this game a lot. Probably one of my favorite Final Fantasies, alongside probably like 9, at least back in the day. Because I remember I love Final Fantasy. I play a lot of them, but I haven't really played a lot of them. There's some I have missed, and some I didn't get to till years later when I got older and whatnot. So fun game, story, cool characters, especially Tidus when he laughs. Yeah, I'm just kidding though. But basically, if you want, like, the laugh is not as bad as people make it out to be. Okay, I'm going to do... Oh, before I even get started, there's another PlayStation 1 game I missed. Marvel Superheroes. Just missing all these games because they're in PS2 cases. Thank you, Play and Trade. Fun fighting game with heroes. In the story. And to end off part 3, we're going to go to Orphan Scan of Sorcery, which, as far as I know, looks... Here's the weird thing about this. I got this game when Movie Mania by us was closing down. I used to own this game early on in my PS2 library back in like the early 2000s. Never really played too much, but it's kind of like a action-y RPG type game, like type thing. And apparently it's based off an anime that I have never seen. At least I think it's based off an anime. Or maybe it's an original anime type thing for a game. I have no clue. Still pretty cool characters in the universe. I just haven't put too much time into it. So that's it for part 3, everyone. Stay tuned for part 4 when we finish the rest of this case. Bye. My name is FpsTom. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day. Stay tuned for part 4.